Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I actually wanted to do another series of videos apart from jade, but as I was doing research for my next series of video, I came across this documentary and I did a lot more reading and research, and I was really excited and decided to do this video since we were still on the subject of jade. There was a recent exhibition of Mughal jewelry and artifacts which was held in Venice, and one section of the exhibition concentrated on what they term as white jade, which is what we call the mutton fat jade. Maybe to Westerners they call it white jade. So I decided I'm going to insert this segment in before I end this series. I still have a lot more other jade pieces to cover, but for now I think I'll just give it a rest because I think there's been too long a run of it. It reminded me that I have this beautiful piece of alabaster jade in my collection. I actually wanted to come up with the second video series on my antique collection because there has been quite a few people who dropped into my channel via my antique collection video. I was very excited to find out that the white jade was also being included in the collection that belonged to the Mughal royal family of India. The Mughals are probably one of the most wealthiest and powerful families that India has ever had, and you know that when we are talking about India's wealth, it is like epic proportions that you read about in fables, where you have rubies and emeralds and diamonds and sapphires. So I was very pleased to find out that they had in their collection white jade as well. Most importantly, there was a dagger where the hilt was made up of white jade that belonged to Shah Jahan, the most famous of them all, who built the Taj Mahal for his beloved Mumtaz Mahal when she died giving birth while he was waging wars. So he built that as a monument to her. And when I actually got this piece at almost at the same time as the bronze horse, and when I looked at it instinctively, it reminded me of Indian craftsmanship, and also because it has the elephant as well as the topper bit, really reminds me of Indian kind of a craftsmanship. So I knew that it was Indian of origin. And then the material that is made up of, I'm not so sure whether it's alabaster like what was used for the material in making of the Taj Mahal, or white jade, because I came across some more pictures in the collection that had some vases made up of white jade and it looked almost similar to this one. So in my fantasy, I'm thinking perhaps one of the princess from the Chinese dynasty wanted to present something at court to their princess at the Indian Imperial Royal Court as a symbol of their relationship, because I wouldn't be surprised. China was at the time one of the superpowers, and India as well. They controlled vast swaths of land and they were very wealthy. So apart from that, if you look at Shah Jahan's dagger hilt, it's made up entirely of white jade. Apart from that, you also can see a lot of artifacts such as vases. It's beautifully shaped in the shape of an animal or flowers, floral motifs, all in white jade. Very finely made, beautiful craftsmanship. As well as that, there was some bowls also made up of white jade, and they actually have some etchings at the sides of it interspersed with fine gemstones such as rubies or sapphires or emeralds, because the Indians are very well known to be very flamboyant in their craftsmanship. So it was an eye-opener for me, and it was such a wonderful discovery to note that the Imperial Royal Jade or white jade was also present in the Mughal Empire's list of artifacts. And if you can see the vase here, and you can see the craftsmanship of it with the double elephants and the Indian topper and the carvings on the top of it looking like leaves, and especially at the bottom part of it, the top part of it looks like Indian architecture, but if you look at the bottom part of it, there are some carvings that look like some dragons at the sides and at the bottom of the body. So that is why I came up with the idea that given as a gift to the Indian royal family from the Chinese royal family, and that is why they married the two different types of craftsmanship, marrying Indian and Chinese kind of a motifs to it. And I've got this wonderful tea jug that is made up of white jade as well. And every time the cicada reminds me of the last emperor. At the beginning of the movie, he was opening a container and there was a very large and old cicada that crawled out. I've always been afraid of cicada because when I was a little girl, there used to be swarms of it which lands on our veranda at night time and makes a lot of noise, and it's so huge, so I've never been a fan of it. But every time in Chinese artifacts you can find it, because it symbolizes, if I'm not mistaken, long life. And this white jade tea receptacle has got a bamboo handle to it. You've got all the bamboo etchings on it, so it's really beautiful, and it's translucent and it's in the color of white jade, so it's very lovely to look at. And also, in homage of the white jade, I'm still wearing the fish pendant. So I hope that you've enjoyed my series of jade for now, but I just wanted to share it with you because I think it's so fascinating that we find the white imperial jade also available in the Mughal Empire, because I always think that the Chinese imperial royal family's history is so fascinating, as well as the Indian. They are two of the oldest civilizations on earth. So when we think about the jade now, I can honestly feel that it was also being well loved by the Mughal royal family of India, and they've always been lovers and connoisseurs of jewelry, because they were the ones who actually appreciated sapphires, rubies, and emeralds. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you love antiques, do check out my earlier antique video, which I'm going to be linking towards the end of the video, as well as my jade videos. If you have not clicked on the subscribe button, I hope that you do consider clicking on it so that you can get more material from my channel. Thank you so much again, and I'll be seeing you. Goodbye.